I'm Chadley, but better. That's the Chadley quote of the week, sent in from Please No Kill 2. Send your Chadley quote of the week to @LastCoolDude on Twitter, @PunchNerds, or whatever Chadley's Twitter is.
Mine is right now. It's not Brad, only Reek.
Of course.
For those who don't know, that's a Game of Thrones reference. I found the dirtiest character and began to idolize him immediately. Dirtiest character in Game of Thrones. My name's Chadley. Of course, I'm joined by Buckla Duke to talk about some movie shows, but I want to talk about something first. I saw a sign the other day. So I'm driving on the highway, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is the finest piece of advertising I've ever seen in my life, as long as I've lived. And I'm driving, and I see this billboard, and it says, "Don't rip through construction zones." But "rip" was all capitalized, and then there was just a fucking picture of a grave. And that is the best advertising campaign in human history.
I want to meet that fucking marketer. I want to meet that advertising agency. I've got some ideas that are exactly like that, just as preposterous.
Well, you and I were just talking about the fact that you and I write screenplays like at least 4 times a week.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, see, the Hollywood machine is churning out these sequels and remakes. How hard is it to make an original movie? Me and Chadley bang one out at least 2 or 3 times a week.
So what we should do is just do that for like a year. Just keep banging out these screenplays, and then just like show up to WB and just slop them all down on the table and be like, at least one of these has got to be good.
I have a theory that that's what Max Landis has done. And they just keep picking the shitty ones.
He's like, you guys could pick this one, and then they're like totally ignored, and they're like, ooh, American Ultra, and he's like, no,
Frankenstein, or what was that movie? Frankenstein.
Victor Frankenstein.
Victor Frankenstein. This seems good.
Please don't pick that one. Like he's begging them.
Ooh, see, I haven't really punched that one up. There's still a monkey. There's still an undead monkey in it. No, this one seems good. We need to reboot Frankenstein anyway.
Yeah. Because they need to reboot Frankenstein every fucking year now, I guess.
Yeah, apparently.
Jesus Christ. And they have to find some interesting way to tell the story. Like, I'm done, dude. I'm so fucking done.
Hey, how about just watch Frankenstein? Like,
yeah, the original.
Black and white, but you'll get over it in about 5 minutes because it's so goddamn good.
And you know what? Even the Kenneth Branagh movie is not too bad. Especially because with Victor Frankenstein. With Victor Frankenstein, there's not much of the monster in it. So, like, if you're just looking for a movie about Victor Frankenstein, yeah, just check out that Kenneth Branagh joint.
Branagh.
I love Kenneth Branagh. I adore the man. I forgive him for Thor. Thank you, Kenneth Branagh.
Kenneth Branagh might be my dad.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that might be my dad. I never met my dad.
Me and Branagh look very similar.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, you do. You guys do look very similar, but I'm just kidding. I've met my dad because if I had never met my dad, I probably would have never seen all the Bourne movies in theaters.
All the what movies?
All the Bourne movies in theaters.
Oh, all the Bourne movies, of course.
It's like it wasn't even a choice when I was a kid. It was like every weekend we'd be like, let's go see such and such a movie in theaters, and it'd be usually like some shitty like Monsters Incorporated or like fucking Underdog we saw in theaters. That's a true story.
Oh, Underdog. Jesus Christ, I've never seen that.
Jason Lee.
Guy with a childlike brain knew, oh, that's gonna be shitty.
Jason Lee, Peter Dinklage, classic. But like every time a Bourne movie was in theaters, we didn't get an option. My dad. Here's
the thing about Jason Bourne. When they played that teaser for the new trailer for the new movie at the Super Bowl, that was the sound of 100,000 dads' dicks getting hard. It was amazing.
Yeah, the second you see the words Jason Bourne on screen, it goes from 0 to full mass, like
full torqued. My dad was torqued.
0 to 100 real quick. Fucking real quick. Trailer trash. Suicide Squad looks like terrible.
Yeah, that's not really surprising.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody the other day about movies, and they're like, talking to me about movies. Like, I hate when people find out that, like, I review movies, because as soon as they do that, they're like, ooh, what did you think of such and such a movie? And it's always, like, something bad. Like, for instance, somebody found out I review movies last week, and one of my friends, and she was like, what did you think about Hercules with The Rock? And like, how do I look this person in the face and tell her favorite
That's a
movie
half-star movie.
is
That's a
fucking
half-star
terrible? Like, how do I do that? And then like somebody on the same token, somebody was telling me about Hercules, and they're like, no, I think the point was that it was like it wasn't supposed to be legitimate. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not how you make a good movie. Like, that's not. Fuck you.
Hey, look, we're some of the biggest Rock fans in the world, and even we will admit that Hercules is a half-star film.
Oh, dude, I love The Rock. I actually had an argument with someone last week. I was like, they were getting real mad about it too, and I was like, no, I think The Rock will be good. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's quite there yet, but I think he will be good. And they're like, oh, name a good Rock movie, and I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not talking about his movies, but I could name you a good Rock.
Fast and Furious 7.
Fast and Furious 7. Fuck you. The fourth highest grossing film of all time. Get fucked. Get wrecked. What else? Fucking Pain and Gain. Yo, if you diss Pain and Gain, like, you're not even thinking, dude. I know Michael Bay's made some missteps, but that certainly ain't one.
Pain and Gain's fucking awesome. Everybody needs to watch Pain and Gain.
I love Pain and Gain. It's actually like a surprisingly good movie.
I like a lot of Michael Bay films. I just don't like Transformers. Like, I like pretty much everything else he's made. I
don't like Transformers or Ninja Turtles, but he barely even has anything to do with Ninja Turtles. So
yeah,
I don't blame Michael Bay for that one. I'm in this group of like people who, and they like, when Ninja Turtles, the new one, first came out, people came online and like into this group and were like, man, I just saw new Ninja Turtles. Man, I fucking hate Michael Bay. And I kind of went in there and I was kind of like, well, I mean, there's probably other people you should probably be throwing shade at other than Michael Bay.
You know what are some of my favorite Michael Bay flicks? I got them right here. Bad Boys 1 and 2 on Blu-ray.
Yeah, you just got that on hand?
Yeah.
Oh, like that just appeared on screen and you didn't even like hold it up. It was just like, whoop! Showed up. Fucking Bad Boys 2. Those are good movies, dude.
Dude, Bad Boys 2 is one of the most classic sequels of all time. It's one of those movies that's better than the original.
The Rock is also like real fucking good.
Yeah, I love The Rock.
Actually, yeah, if you think about it, the only thing Michael Bay that ever did that sucked was like the Transformers movies, and sadly, people keep paying for those, so we ain't seen an end in that soon.
See, I don't see, like, as bad as the Transformer movies are, I'm not one of those people that dislikes the big budget action fucking thing. Like, I enjoy that. In the summer, I want to go see at least one of those big budget action fucks, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I just don't want to go see one of those big budget action fucks for 3 hours and 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
But let's be fair. Pearl Harbor was fucking terrible.
Pearl Harbor is fucking terrible. Yes.
Sorry,
Michael Bay. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, before we actually get into the real movies, because that's what this podcast is actually about. I do want to talk about something real quick. Just going back for a minute here. When we talked about Batman versus Superman.
Uh-huh.
Well, they released the Ultimate Edition, the 3-hour cut, and I was like, okay, okay, let's see, let's give it a shot. So I watched the 3-hour cut of Batman versus Superman, and you could sit me down, you could put me and my girlfriend in like a dreary room. You could come in with a fucking like 7 guards with AKs. You take a pistol out, like a real good one too, like a Desert Fox. Yeah, fucking pistol. You put it to my girlfriend's head and you say, listen here, motherfucker, you tell me what they added to the Batman versus Superman Ultimate Edition, or this bitch gets capped. Rest in peace, my girlfriend, because I have no fucking idea what they added. Like, I have no idea.
It's all just so fucking boring and stupid.
Yeah, like the long scenes felt longer. Like it slogged on for 3 hours instead of 2.5 hours.
See, I figured this would be the case, so I haven't watched the Ultimate Edition. I probably never will. I let you test the waters on that. And like, I already know how I feel about the movie. Extra half an hour is not going to change my opinion on it. See, when Watchmen came out, I liked the regular edition, and then the Ultimate Edition came out, and I loved it even more. Like.
Yeah, but you already liked Watchmen.
I already liked it. That's the point. Like, I absolutely hate Batman versus Superman. So if anything's gonna happen, I'm going to dislike it more. And I don't see the point of trying, like, because it's so long.
It's very fair. But if I'm being totally honest, this time around, I went in with a bit more of an open mind watching Batman versus Superman, and I was able to see that some of those action sequences are actually kind of cool.
Bumped it up to a 2-star or what?
No, it's still a half star, dude. This is still a half star film, but like, it's just like here. I messaged this to you, but I'll say it for the people on the podcast because here's a rundown of Batman versus Superman. Okay, so they took four big Superman arcs. They did Batman versus the People, and they fucked that up. And then they did Batman versus Superman. They fucked that up. And then they did Doomsday, and they did that kind of justice, like sorta. And then they did Death of Superman, and they fucked that up.
Yeah, I think we talked about that at length on the Batman vs Superman podcast. But
it's
fuck
the worst
that movie.
Like even with the Batman versus Superman and the Doomsday fight being kind of cool, this is still not worth it. Do not watch. There's too much stuff where Lois Lane is trying to link the government to ISIS. Don't watch it.
Shit, that storyline is fucking stupid, and it's so much of the movie, and it never gets a resolution.
It did get a resolution in this version. Maybe it might have got, like, I feel like it almost got a resolution in the original cut. We just weren't paying attention, but like there is a resolution. And I'll explain it to you now. And if you're like, "Oh no, spoilers! I haven't seen the movie yet," you don't gotta. Nobody's gonna make you watch that movie. Basically, the idea is that the bullet that she found at the scene of the crime turns out the terrorists are funded by Lex Luthor, and that's how she ends up on the roof. Is that she follows the clues and she gets kidnapped or something because she's following the clues.
Fine, I understand that, but it's not like. There's so much time sunk into that like
it's not pivotal.
Yeah,
like they didn't really need to spend another 45 minutes being like here's a plot line just in case we haven't hammered it home that Lex Luthor is the bad guy. Yeah, like every time there's like a scene with Lex Luthor, they put on the organ and it's like dun, dun, dun. It's like, okay,
could this guy possibly be evil at all?
Yeah, this guy might be the bad guy. I think I'll just follow that logic. Welcome to Movie Epidemic.
Did you see any of those reviews? Like, Zack Snyder brought in like a bunch of negative critics to the filming of the Justice League.
No,
you didn't see any of that.
No.
Well, there's like quotes from Zack Snyder's wife where she was like in a meeting with all the critics because they were showing him some like shots from the movies. They got to meet all the characters and shit, and they mentioned that like they still don't understand because Zack Snyder's wife was like, we realize that the audience doesn't like seeing their heroes deconstructed, and that is the opposite of the problem. Like, all right,
they don't like seeing their hero. I'm sorry, Iron Man. Fucking Iron Man. Like,
I love Iron Man. Get the fuck out of here. What do you mean I don't like my heroes deconstructed?
I think Zack Snyder's just a douchebag that thinks that his movies are higher art, and they're not.
Dude, fucking Zack Snyder is like Christopher Nolan, but dumber. And like Christopher Nolan's not that smart.
Like, he's like really dumb. Like,
yeah.
Zack Snyder,
dude, bro.
Zack Snyder is that kid who's like kind of good at basketball, but he goes around telling everyone that he's the best on the team. Yeah. He's like, that team would have nothing without that would have nothing without me. And it's like, well, I didn't even put you into third quarter last game.
Well, confidence is key. Fake it till you make it, right?
Apparently
it works sometimes.
What movies are we even talking about today?
Huntsman, The Winter's War.
Huntsman, oh fuck. And then we're gonna talk about The Do-Over. Oh shit, Adam Sandler's back, baby.
Kind of loved it. I kind of loved it. We'll get into it.
We'll talk about Batman Returns as well. That's with Biggity Batman. What do we want to start with? We want to start with Sandler, or we want to start with little Thor Hemsworth?
Yeah, let's go with the Hemsworth joint.
All right, let's start with the Winter War. Okay, so this is a sequel to Snow White and the Huntsman,
which I did watch.
I have not, but I looked up cliff notes. I looked up like basically what the movie's about. Kristen Stewart, you busy? Like,
yeah, what are you doing?
Exactly? You too busy to do this?
Your assistant still, or what?
Yeah. Why wasn't Kristen Stewart in this movie?
She didn't want to.
That is so fucking weird to me.
So they just used a stunt double and only shot the back of her head. I don't know. That's pretty weird, right?
Yeah, I remember seeing that and I was like, oh shit, is Kristen Stewart actually going to be in this movie? And then I was like, no, they're just going to do this.
It's one of those things where it's like, I bet this is what it's like for you to watch Lord of the Rings, for like, because like everything is just like so fucking stupid, and it's like there's fairies and fucking dwarfs and shit running around. Like,
that being said, I think Lord of the Rings, I think I'm gonna do my yearly chance of that soon.
okay,
I
see
like
how it goes this time.
Yeah, I like to watch it once a year at the very least. Yeah, I like to watch Lord of the Rings once a year because I feel like one of these years I'm gonna love it.
Yeah,
One of these times, like it's one of those movies I can't understand why I don't like it.
it's
like,
got all the groundwork.
Yeah, one of these times, and you know what? I'm feeling this year might be the year. I bet I'm gonna love it. I just watched all of Game of Thrones, which is like 60
that'll
hours.
get you horned up for it.
Yeah, so if I can watch 60 hours of that,
you just watched Huntsman's Winter War, so you're all horned up.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw a review for this that made me laugh real fucking hard. It was like, I want Charlize Theron, Emily Blunt, and Jessica Chastain to just take turns beating the shit out of me.
Dude, that's fucking good. So basically what this movie is about is we got Chris Hemsworth and he's playing the character. Well, I don't even remember the name of the character, but he was a huntsman.
He's a huntsman. That's what he does.
Is that his name? Because I feel like they only called him Huntsman.
I don't know anything about this. Like, it's so silly to me. It's like when you take bad fantasy and like elevate it to like a fucking multi-million-dollar movie. It's so fucking preposterous. Like,
the thing is like it's very clear that like people like you and me who are able to deconstruct film and take a look at, you know, the ins and outs of how it works, we're not the audience.
See, this to me is what like one of those Once Upon a Time movies.
Yes. Yeah, it does remind me a lot of that, but like even worse.
Or TV show. It feels like a fucking CW TV show. It's so stupid. It's just like fucking Chris Hemsworth looking ripped, running around with a bunch of ladies. Like,
it's pretty much what it was. And fucking Nick Frost for some reason.
Nick Frost is like a gay dwarf or something.
He's like a gay dwarf. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Nick Frost is the dwarf. There were some jokes there. There were some jokes that I didn't.
Yeah. I'm not saying this shit's like the worst movie ever. It's just so stupid.
Yeah, I totally agree. Now here's the thing: is like if you're gonna make a sequel to your Snow White movie, first thing you got to do, make sure you can get Snow White in it.
Yeah,
like,
that's definitely like.
This seems like so unnecessary to me.
The whole spin-off of the Snow White movie without Snow White. You're taking the Huntsman part. Ooh, that's the part that people don't care about, though.
Yeah, it's the Snow White and the Huntsman. That's like making a movie just about the dwarves. It's like if Disney made it was like.
See,
okay,
I would have watched that though.
Here's a movie about fucking Sleepy. Enjoy it, you pieces of shit. But like, here's what I want to know. I'm just looking this up right now. Snow White and the Huntsman. I just need to know, like, this movie to elicit a sequel. It must have made some money, right? I think it made some money. Oh,
yeah, the first one did, right?
Made about $400 million.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
And Popstar's sitting at $9 million. I just want that to sink in. Fuck you, Hollywood.
Yeah, when are we going to talk about Popstar?
Yeah, we could probably tack that onto this podcast if you want.
All right,
we could probably tack that on, or we could just talk about it next podcast. I don't care.
Okay.
Because I do want to talk about it because we've both seen it. It's good.
We can talk about it instead of Allegiant.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it that way.
There we go.
Just be glad I'm not making you watch The Fundamentals of Caring.
I will never watch that, Chad. Actually, no, I did watch it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty lukewarm. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get our Fundamentals of Caring right out here.
Okay.
Fucking Paul Rudd
describing a Slim Jim as a Slim James is the hardest I laughed in the entire movie.
Paul Rudd is the most one-dimensional he's been in his whole career. And then there was a funny kid in a wheelchair that I liked a lot.
For a movie about a road trip taking a kid with a life-threatening ailment, not a lot happens in it.
Yeah, which more happened? Also, fucking Selena Gomez. Don't say fuck anymore. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Also, don't say you're 21 because you're not, you liar. Unless you are, in which case I'm at that point where I'm now at that point where
25 or something.
Selena Gomez ain't 25, dude. She looks 10 years old. Selena Gomez. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. What is she sitting at? Oh shit, she's 23. God damn it. 23, and she's turning 24 in like 16 days. Happy birthday, Selena.
Happy birthday, Selena.
Happy birthday, Selena. Happy birthday.
See, let's get back to the Winter's War here.
Yeah.
So I almost turned this off a few times, and then Liam Neeson would start narrating some shit, and I'm like, oh, I'm back on board.
It started up, and like that scene from The Grinch where he's listening in to like the Whoville, and he's got like his ear outstretched. That's what happened when Liam Neeson started talking. I'm like, could it be? Like, and I was like, what the fuck? So I looked it up, and my girlfriend's like, that's not Liam Neeson. And I'm like, no, it's fucking Liam Neeson.
100% Liam Neeson. I would never miss that voice. So do you even know what the plot of this movie is? Could you even explain it?
Okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's try and deconstruct this, because like it's paper thin. But basically what this is about is that Chris Hemsworth is a huntsman, and he grew up like with these other huntsmen, and he was like trained with Jessica Chastain, but they were raised by an evil witch.
Yes, a witch.
And she was forbidden, like she forbade love, which that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever.
Yeah, this shit's basically Footloose.
Yeah, you can't forbid love. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Hey, is this movie a ripoff of Footloose, Chadley?
So Chris Hemsworth and Jessica Chastain fall in love regardless, and then they start fucking each other. And then Emily Blunt, who plays the queen, it gets like real mad.
Emily Blunt, not really a witch type, in my opinion.
No, she has got too soft of features, I find. She looks, yeah, too soft of features. She could be like the nice witch from Wizard of Oz. But
Charlize Theron, on the other hand,
that's sharp features right there.
Perfect witch.
Sharp features. And she's in this movie as well. She's resurrected near the end of the movie. Sorry for the spoilers, but that's some...
Yeah, she dies in the first one.
Yeah, she dies in the first one, and then they resurrect her using the magic mirror, and I'm like,
Magic mirror played by Idris Elba, by the way.
Yep, the magic mirror is played by Idris Elba. Yo, is Idris Elba just do voice work now, or like...
Pretty much, hey? He's raking in that easy money, and then also playing Luther.
Yo, he played talking animals three movies in a row that all came out within like 2 months of each other. He was in Zootopia, then he was in Jungle Book, and then he was in Finding Dory. And it's like,
but he did release 2 episodes of Luther though. So
I don't know what that is.
It's like a crime TV show in the UK.
Oh, okay. With Idris Elba?
Yeah, it's really fucking good.
Yeah, it sounds like something I would watch. I adore.
I think it's on Netflix. You should watch it.
Idris Elba is one of the Holy Three, alongside Tom Hardy and Oscar Isaac. The Holy Three.
Dude, the Holy fucking Trinity.
But then, so basically, they find out that this after the events, like, here's what's really fucked up about Winter War is that the first bit is a prequel, like first half hour is a prequel, and then like the last hour is a sequel.
It's both. I haven't seen that. That's interesting, but like,
I feel like they could have found a way to make it work better.
They not have enough material to have a full prequel or a full sequel.
That's what happened. That's my thing. And like, sure, it's definitely an interesting thing to see. I just wish that it did feel like it was lacking content, and that's why they did it. I wish they had done it for like artistic purposes, but I know they didn't. Like, it's one of those fucking things. So basically, they find out that the evil witch is looking for the magic mirror, and so they go and find the magic mirror themselves, and like, kind of that's it. Like, really, they go and find the magic mirror themselves, and then it's like, whoops, she captured us, so we pretty much just brought you the mirror. Like at that point, as soon as it becomes the sequel, the plot becomes so unbelievably fucking thin that they're just stretching for content. They're like having like conversations while they walk through the woods, and it's like,
that's always classic.
Fuck, are we doing this?
It's one of those things you could tell Chris Hemsworth was just there for the paycheck too.
Yeah, same with Jessica Chastain as well, because Jessica Chastain probably one of the best actresses in Hollywood right now. And she didn't give a fuck about this. She wasn't even acting, dude. She would just show up and she would be like, You know why I left. You left me to be dead. And it's like, wow, Jessica Chastain, I'm really glad you showed up today. Like, I'm surprised you showed up at all. So
Here, I'll concede that we're not the target audience for this film.
yeah, no, it's
so little of interest happening that I don't understand how anyone could enjoy it.
It's 12 to 15-year-old girls, and even them, like I feel like they're smart enough to look past all the little inconsistencies here. They're smart enough to
some fucking dragons in it or something.
Yeah, like something. And like the first one is not like I've not seen it before.
It has more action in it, the first one, so it's like it's a little more bearable.
Well, in the first one, it follows more of like a familiar storyline. It's like, oh, it's Snow White. Great, that's cool. That's cool. It's a Snow White, but there's some action thrown in. All right, sure. But this one, it's not based on anything. You have some of the characters from Snow White sometimes, but like, and like, here's the thing: is like, pretty sure there are 7 dwarfs. Why this movie got 2?
Why we got 2 here?
Why we got 2? Like,
couldn't afford a few more.
Yeah, like seriously, I think that must have been it.
Just do like a fucking Lord of the Rings thing and just clone Nick Frost fucking 7 times or whatever.
Yeah, no shit, right? Like fucking Winklevoss that shit.
Yeah, do a Winklevoss.
So just taking a look at the numbers, this movie actually did have a significantly smaller budget than the first one. The first one's sitting at about $200 million for budget, and then the second one having $115 million for budget. It also made significantly less, made $160 million, which I wouldn't say this is a bomb, but like shit's close.
Well, so, in this kind of movie climate, it's like people only really go see movies that are going to be good or like at least fun to watch on the big screen.
Yeah, they'll go see anything. Yeah, they'll go see something big blockbustery like Ninja Turtles or fucking Marvel.
Like, when's Marvel basically, because Popstar didn't make any fucking money, and that's like one of the best movies of the year, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. It's preposterous. It made $9 million. I just want that to sink in. $9 million, and here we got Deadpool making $900 million. That's fucking preposterous.
Yeah,
absolutely preposterous. But like Winter War, like the problem with Winter War is that it's so unbelievably uninteresting. Like I don't know how else to hit this home, but like we're at a point where like it felt like they were thinking that they wanted to make more of these, but they were so careful with their script writing because they didn't think that they would be able to, you know? Like it feels like they want to round it out on a trilogy, but they're just got no money.
No money, no content.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you want to hire us, we'll bang out a part 3.
Yeah, dude, we'll make it fucking good. And you know what? We'll have 7 goddamn dwarves.
We're gonna have 7 motherfucking dwarves.
7 motherfucking, and we'll get one actor to do all of it. You only got to pay 1 paycheck.
Well, we'll both play 1. There we go. We've got 2. We've got 2 right there.
2. Okay, I'll be
Nick Frost, of course.
Is there what are the dwarves? What are the dwarves? Which one would I be?
Be Dopey.
That'd be Dopey. Yeah, it sounds about right. You would probably be probably angry or sleepy.
Maybe or whatever.
But yeah,
Hayden Christensen to play one of them.
You know what? We could probably get Hayden Christensen to play the Huntsman. I think we can.
Oh, you want to switch it up?
Yeah, I think we can do away with Hemsworth because, like, he's probably going to be busy anyways and expensive. Hayden, we could get Hayden to do this for like $40.
Here's the thing: we could do this as like a far off part 3 where Hayden Christensen plays the Hemsworth's son, Hemsworth's son.
Yeah, I like that. His son with Jessica Chastain.
Yeah.
Also, that was another weird thing that I want to mention is like I didn't watch the first one, but from what I understand, they hinted heavily at a romantic connection between the Hemsworth character and Snow White.
Yes.
And they're just like, yeah.
Well, he's like the Prince Charming character, right? He like kissed her back to life in the first one.
Okay, why did we drop that and just start up a new romance plot? Can you do that? Are you allowed to do that?
I don't know, man. I didn't write it.
And they made it seem like
Let's get Max Landis on the phone and see if we can do that.
And they made it seem like he never had interest in Snow White at all. Like that's really what they made it seem.
Well, she went crazy, Chadley. Don't you remember that scene where it's the back of her head yelling?
Yeah, no, I saw that, but like the whole point of this movie is like, oh, I only have ever had one love, and I will only love this one woman. And it's like, well, I saw you like trying to bang Snow White, like.
I think they did in that movie.
Yeah. Fuck.
Anyway, we should probably move on. Hey,
if you're 12 and a girl and dumb, you will like this.
Okay, there's the criteria.
But if you're a 12, a girl and dumb, I don't know why you're listening to this podcast, but thank you.
God bless.
God bless. You want to talk about biggity Batman?
Yeah, dog.
Okay, this is where I draw the line, I think. With these 90s Batman movies. I remember last podcast I was saying like, oh, I remember seeing this as a kid and I remember loving it. Guess I was dumb when I was a kid.
It's okay.
Guys, movie's straight up fucking terrible, dude. What are you talking about? It's so Burton-y.
Yeah, that is true.
It's so Burton-y, like even like with the opening intro with like the music, like it's like okay.
Aesthetic, dude. This is aesthetic.
But the problem is, here's the aesthetic problem with this movie is that nothing looks real. Like it all looks like sets. It's all sets, and I hate that. I hate that. Like when they're in Gotham Town Center, it's like, oh, that's just a fucking set. Like, why does that look so bad? Like, Tim Burton, is this on purpose?
Yeah, it is. It's to make it look like a comic book, like a weird fake comic book.
Yeah, but that's bad. I don't want that. If I wanted a comic book, I'd read the comic book, you know? Like, and then
this was the 90s. They didn't know how to make superhero movies, Chadley. They didn't know how to make a comic book movie.
And then somebody call Smash Mouth because we got Shrek as the main villain in this movie. We got fucking guy's name is Shrek, and like obviously this predates Shrek quite a bit, but so they could not foretell the internet shitstorm that would come from using the name Shrek.
Shrek.
But like it just I was laughing so hard because like not only was the main villain named Shrek, but he had that department store that was in the behind every scene of the movie. It's just like in big letters, Shrek. I was just loving it. But like, here's the thing: is that this is like pre-Pulp Fiction. This is pre-fucking like every good thing that Christopher Walken's ever done. And like, let's start off by talking about Christopher Walken real quick. Like, I guess this is what it was like before Christopher Walken got really good. and he was fucking bad. Like he's really, really shitty in this, which is weird because this is actually after the James Bond movie, and he was pretty good in that one.
Yeah, he was all right in that one.
He was not. I mean, it wasn't like Christopher Walken good, but he was fine. Here he kind of phoned it in. Like it felt like he was like, "Oh, we need the Batman money," and then he was like, "All right, yeah." That was a bad Christopher Walken, by the way. That was
a terrible Christopher Walken.
Fucking terrible Christopher Walken.
He was one of the least interesting characters in this movie, and he got a lot of fucking screen time.
Yeah, he sure did. And like the problem with his character,
I remember him being in this movie. I was like, I saw it so long ago.
Yeah, but here's the problem with Christopher Walken's character is that like he had no motivation. He was just doing bad guy stuff to be a bad guy, and that really pisses me off when that happens. Penguin, dude had some motivation, and it was pretty. Sure. Yeah, it was pretty good. I also want to
great though.
Yeah, that's one thing that I want to talk about is that like it is too bad that this movie is bad because that is the part Danny DeVito was born to play. Like what you
remember from this movie though is the portrayal of the Penguin. Like, yeah, because it's that good.
Yeah, because like Michael Keaton as Batman, it's like it's pretty good, but like I've seen this before. You know, I want to see something real, brand new. A lot of people might take Michelle Pfeiffer away as well. She's actually fantastic as well, but I want to talk about the Catwoman character in a little bit. But let's talk about the Penguin. Mm-hmm. So basically, what I like about the Penguin is that he's almost relatable. Like honestly, like in a way that no other Batman character or Batman villain has been in a movie. Maybe Bane. Maybe.
Well, I do adore Bane. For you.
For you, yeah. You're a big guy. What was I gonna say?
For you.
But the Penguin, like, they give him this backstory that is actually like every second that the Penguin's on screen, this movie's actually pretty good because the backstory they give the Penguin is like really heart-wrenching, and like it does make you like the Penguin. And then like he doesn't just come out of the sewer and is evil, you know what I mean? He goes by nature, and then he just naturally becomes a villain. It's not just like he's like, oh, I lived in the sewer, so I'm a bad guy. You know, like that's not how it is.
Yeah, like Killer Croc.
Yeah, fucking Killer Croc.
Fucking Killer Croc. But I didn't like really that, like how unsubtle. I don't like how unsubtle Tim Burton is. Like, there's penguins in the sewer. Really, you're gonna go that route, and you're gonna strap fucking rockets to the back of them?
Yeah, I do. I do agree.
Son of a bitch.
I do agree, and I think like the whole thing, like, oh, he was born with a fin deformity, and it's like, I think you made that up.
Yeah, I think you might have scrolled through the Wikipedia of Penguin a little too fast.
Yeah, the big problem is I really do like what they did with the Penguin in this movie, but it is absolutely nothing like the Penguin.
No, it's some of the, like, this is in every Tim Burton movie. It's just the lack of subtlety drives me fucking crazy. Yeah. Like,
he's the Penguin, so he's got to have penguin baddies. Like, okay.
Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's a beloved film. I got scissors for hands. Motherfucker.
I kind of love Edward Scissorhands, but that's like just me, and I do get how unsubtle it is. But like I do
for fucking hands, Chadley.
I do like I wish that this was better. Because I do remember really liking this as a kid, and as an adult and as a film critic, it's tough to watch it now.
It's highly watchable though.
It's watchable, yeah, sure, it's watchable, but it's watchable only to see the Penguin. Like really, like it's all about Danny DeVito, and like fucking those words are coming out of my mouth. I can't believe that shit, but like. It really, like, Danny DeVito is amazing.
He's fucking awesome though. Like he's always, like, fucking hilarious.
Get your sword. I do. I love Danny DeVito so much.
Him just eating raw fish is fucking hilarious.
Yo, he's just like shoving it in his face while they're like big upsing him to be the mayor. They're like, you can be mayor, and he's like, and like all like a fucking bunch of like. People are there, like it's like a fancy party, and he's just shoving
like clapping and shit. It's so fucking funny. There's a lot of great scenes in this movie.
And then here's what I didn't like about the portrayal of the Penguin. Why are he trying to fuck everybody?
Yeah, why is he always trying to fuck everybody?
And like and once again, it's not subtle. There's like parts where he's like, "We got a sexual chemistry here. Let's fuck." Like you might as well just say "let's fuck" because like he's very, very sexual in this movie, and I find that very bizarre. And I think it's to add to the what are you doing? Just stop doing that. I think it's to add to the creepiness of the character, but like instead, it just makes me uncomfortable in a way that
it's a different time now, Chadley. It's a different time.
It's true. You can make and like supervillains still trying to fuck everybody, man. Like even wasn't it Jeff Bridges? Didn't he try to fuck Pepper Potts? I feel like that's the thing.
He did.
I think he tried to fuck. You know, but like he wasn't so blunt about it. He wasn't like he wasn't like come lie on my bed. And he didn't say this is the pussy I'm looking for. He never said that. But that's a real fucking line of dialogue from the Penguin in this movie. Just the pussy I'm looking for.
Laughing it up when he was watching that shit.
And here's the thing: is like pussy, like that's that. Like I feel like in '92 that wasn't as grotesque as it is now. But like just like here like. From a 2016 standpoint, just hearing
fucking vile.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
These are the ways I've heard comedians describe using the word.
Yeah, pussy. Like it's a pussy.
Pussy boss.
Yeah, it's fucking gross word, but like yeah, it's vile. He's like, this is the pussy I'm looking for. Little line of dialogue. But let's talk about Catwoman for a moment because she's the other villain in this movie. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So she gets pushed out a window by her boss, Christopher Walken, and she lands on the ground, and she's Catwoman.
Cats liquor back to life. That's kind of what happens in the Catwoman movie too. I don't know what Catwoman's origin story is because like wasn't she just a cat burglar or some shit?
Yeah.
Why are all these fucking movies thinking that cats licked her back to life? I don't.
Cats licked her back to life, and then she just goes to her apartment, and then and now she's Catwoman, and it's like, give me some more, give me some
Get
more.
a little more than that, probably.
Yeah, I mean, like you gotta do what you gotta do, right, Tim Burton? But like, I would like to know why she's Catwoman now instead of just
this is why the Halle Berry Catwoman is wildly underrated because all of that shit happens in the first 40 seconds of that movie, and then she's Catwoman. And it's great after that. It's just her fucking jumping around shit, playing basketball as Catwoman. It's fucking preposterous. I love every second of it.
And Halle Berry in the Catwoman costume in 2004.
Hey,
come on,
not mad at it.
Can't argue with that, can you? Halle Berry game on GameCube, $4.99. $4.99. Thinking about picking that shit up.
Yeah, you got it down there.
Oh, I got it. So I think I might pick that up. But
full playthrough, Chadley. Do a full playthrough.
Full playthrough, ladies and gentlemen. Catwoman. Be good. That'll be a good 7-part video. Because I bet you that doesn't take more than an hour and a half to beat.
I would imagine not. Probably.
No, probably not. But let me think. What else? Let's talk about Keaton. He's good. He's really good in this movie, but like
he's not in it very much, hey?
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. He's not really in it. Like he's like Batman, I think, doesn't make an appearance till like 40 minutes into the movie, and like it's a 2-hour movie called Batman Returns.
As Bruce Wayne, like Bruce Wayne Keaton is great. I like him more than most of the other Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because
he personifies like a rich dude that's like kind of shitty and like something weird about him. But
yeah, I agree. He's got like that snarkiness to him that
he's not like Ben Affleck, like way too ripped to be a rich guy. Like
yeah, it's true. He does he just kind of looks like a rich guy.
He's got rich guy build, I think, and that's why I always liked Keaton as the Bruce Wayne. His Batman, however, I don't like quite as much.
No, his Batman, like, if we're talking Bruce Waynes, this is one of the finest Bruce Waynes and probably one of the worst Batmans.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably pretty good.
Because, the thing is like, I get it. Like, I get that this was before the whole I'm Batman, like the whole voice thing. But, like, can't just, like, use your Bruce Wayne voice, like, right?
People are going to figure it out.
Yeah, but then again, fucking Superman takes off his glasses and people were like, who the fuck's that guy? Like,
who's that fucking guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Fuck out of here, DC, sons of bitches.
Shit. So, like, I get what they were going for here. I do think that, like, he just isn't, he's the perfect amount of not ripped to be Bruce Wayne, but he's not ripped enough to be Batman.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
But like what I noticed about this movie is that he didn't have the paint on abs on the Batman suit, but instead it was like he had like grills, like air conditioning grills over his abs.
Yeah, they were vents because it gets hot in there. You got to breathe.
Yeah, I think what they did with this movie is a lot of his power that his crime fighting power comes mostly from his money in this one, similar to the Christian Bale one, where he's not really ripped, but like, he got money. He got money.
Yeah.
So like, I think that's what they did a lot in this movie. Another thing that I find preposterous about this movie is that how does nobody figure this shit out? Like, he makes it so obvious in this movie, like that he's Batman, like 100 times, and like ain't nobody figuring this shit out. And then like, here's another thing too, is that near the end of the movie, right after the death of the Penguin, you got Shrek, and he's like, Catwoman's gonna murder him because he tried to kill Catwoman, so she's gonna murder him. And then Batman's like, don't do it. I was gonna do Batman voice, but then I forgot. Not in this movie. He's like, don't do it, don't kill him. And then she's like, why? And then he like
pretty good Keaton.
Yeah, he takes off the mask. It's just a normal guy voice, right? It's just Michael Keaton has got normal guy voice. He just takes off the mask and it's Bruce Wayne, and because Bruce Wayne and Catwoman, Selena Kyle have been banging the whole movie, and they're like in love, and he takes off his mask and he's like, I'm Batman, and she like she's like, and he's like, why is Bruce Wayne in the Batman outfit? And it's like, he's for walking. Like, you get shut the fuck up over there. But like,
The fuck out of here.
but then like that's what confuses me is he takes off the mask. He's like, it's me, it's Bruce. It's me, it's Bruce. It's like, and he does not want to kill Shrek, and Shrek's probably going to jail. I feel like in jail, Batman's true identity might be worth a couple of checks, you know? Like, don't tell somebody your real identity right before you send it. If you're going to kill him, then yeah,
go ahead. That's you
fucking
can
go
do
for
some
it.
banter.
But like, and then she ends up killing him, right? She does. She ends up killing him. But like, how the fuck does he know that? Like, he would have had to been certain that that guy was going to die there for that plan to be effective at all.
That's exactly right.
And if that were the case, then he would, like, it's contradictory. He would have had to be sure that the guy was going to die if his plan of taking off the mask and convincing her not to kill the guy were to work. So it's all it doesn't make sense. That's the biggest plot hole that I can spot out.
Minor details, Shadley.
Minor details.
Well, that about wraps up Batman, I think.
I hate this movie. I really. It's not Batman versus Superman bad, but it's pretty bad. I don't think any Batman movie will ever be Batman versus Superman bad. But like this one's pretty bad, but it's worth it just to see Danny DeVito because he's got like some great delivery. His performance is fantastic.
He jumps on that person's face.
Oh, dude, so good. He's wearing a potato sack through a lot of the movie, which I really enjoy. So, you know, him in a potato sack. He looks like a fucking Mighty Bean. Like that's like the whole movie, he looks like a goddamn Mighty Bean. Like there's a pillow in there, right? Like Danny DeVito wasn't that fat in the 90s.
No,
right?
there's some sort of enhancements in there.
Yeah, absolutely. That can't be all DeVito. Also,
all right, so we talking Sandler or what?
We talking Sandler, and like here's the thing: is like one of the betters.
Yeah, pretty good actually. I mean, obviously it's not good. Adam Sandler's not trying to reinvent the wheel here, but like compared to its last 10 outputs, pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Like I remember going in and I was like, "Oh, buckle up! This is gonna be a ridiculous 6." This one's pretty good. Like I was really confused the whole movie because I was even. The problem is that like you got like no jokes in this movie, which is fine because for the kind of movie it was, but then the jokes that did appear are bad. It's just the plot is good. Like the plot is actually interesting. So I found
myself laughing quite a bit though.
There's a few jokes that I'm like, man, like that must have been like they were writing it and Sandler brought that one up and wouldn't drop it till they put it in the script. And that was like when the gay guy tries to kiss him and he's like, let me give you a little something to spank to, and then he starts sucking off his finger.
He deep throats his fingers, yeah.
Deep throats his fingers, and I'm like, okay, that's a Sandler original right there. Like you can tell which jokes he wrote.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's also some fart jokes in there. Also, the whole joke about David Spade in a threesome, like I feel like they couldn't just let that one be. It was one of those jokes where they're like, if we're doing this joke, we're gonna bring it up 40 times in the movie. Like we can't just like have him, you know, in a threesome with a big hairy Mexican guy and then just not say anything.
I'm surprised he didn't go with more finger in this.
Yeah, could have used some finger, but there was finger. There was finger. There was a part where David Spade pulled out his finger and they didn't show it, and I was really disappointed about that. I thought we were getting some Spade finger, but
David Spade's little finger.
Okay, so basically, The Do-Over is a movie with David Spade and Adam Sandler. It's the second in the four movie deal that Adam Sandler has with Netflix. Basically, what this movie's about is that Adam Sandler and David Spade are two 9-to-5ers who hate their life, so they fake their own death and like steal a whole bunch of money from American Express. And then they start a new life with new identities. And then like it does get contrived at some point because like they keep switching Adam Sandler's character like all the time. They're like, oh yeah, he's this, he's a fucking FBI agent. No, I'm just kidding. He's not. He's fucking auto salesman. Nah, I'm just fucking. He's a guidance counselor. Nah, I'm fucking with you. He works at the morgue. You know. And then like And like it jumps around so much with Adam Sandler's character, and that part I didn't like. But like the David Spade character is like really likable, like really likable. And I think David Spade, I do like David Spade. I think David Spade is a fine actor. He hasn't been in too many things that are noteworthy, I don't think. And like this is probably one of the finer ones he's done.
Well, it's like one of those things where like he doesn't usually like he did play the straight man like back in the day when he was working with
Chris Farley.
Yeah. Chris Farley, yeah, but like he hadn't played the straight man in a long time, and I think it's nice to come back to that.
Yeah, he played once Dickie Roberts happened. He was basically Dickie Roberts for like 12 years or whatever. And like that's fine. I actually kind of like Dickie Roberts. I don't think it's perfect, but it's fine. But like that's fine that you play that character for that long, but it is nice to see him go back to his roots and play it in a new and different way because now he's older. Although David Spade, like, what's your secret, dude? Why the fuck you still look 25?
He looks all right for his age.
But like he had the mustache and the glasses going for him, and I think it works. So basically these guys, they fake their own death, they start a new life, and they take the identity of these two guys that are dead, and turns out it's a whole conspiracy, right? Then there's like a part where they find out that Adam Sandler is like great at shooting and killing assassins and stuff, and then they're like, how are you so good at that? And then he's like, oh, I went to police academy. And it's like, okay, that's what we're going with, and they never touched again for the rest of the movie. It's like that's actually like this isn't even one of his gag things. Like that's actually what we're going with. He went to police academy and failed. Okay, sure. I guess that's what we're doing. But so then this movie falls. This movie does have a falling off point. I find is that like it's really decent for the first like 25-30 minutes when they're like I really was enjoying like them faking their death and then them going to Puerto Rico and then them getting that big house and like everything was
the problem is when what you think is going to happen and what really happens is like just so far from
because like
decent film in here, it just didn't really come through.
No, I totally agree. I'd say the drop off point is like pretty much when the Nick Swardson character shows up.
Yeah, well, Nick Swardson ruins pretty much everything. So
yeah, he's fucking terrible. So as soon as he shows up, the movie gets a lot less fun. And then there's like you're a German guy, and like the jokes
the gymnastic guy.
The jokes around the German guy, it's like, oh, gymnastics for girls, and it's like Sandler, it's 2016. Fuck are you doing, dude?
What the fuck are you doing, Sandler?
Yeah, you can't say gymnastics for girls and people in the audience are gonna go, ha ha, they are, but like
I like how when this business meeting between Netflix and Adam Sandler went down, it was like, okay, Adam Sandler, we're going to give you a 4-movie deal. We're going to put it on Netflix. It's going to be great. And then Adam Sandler's like, yeah, that's a great deal. Netflix was like, for you.
Because here's the thing is that like they I don't remember. I don't know what the budget was for this one in particular, but The Ridiculous Six was $60 million. Let me see. I'm going to take a look at the budget for this guy because there's something probably a little bit lower. Oh, it's not even saying. But here's the thing is that like I would imagine it's lower, and here's why is because Ridiculous Six was expensive as shit, and then they had to make up for it by throwing 1 billion commercials into this movie. There's legit like 7 Corona commercials, like 3 Bud Light. There's a fucking Nike commercial, which by the way I want to say that Nike bit, despite being a commercial, was fucking hilarious. This is the funniest part of the whole movie, where the guy has the cool Nikes and then like he wakes up at the German guys wearing them. He's like, dude, you wearing the shoes?
How do they even fit you?
Yeah, like that was really funny. But like everything after that, where he's like, I'm going to shove this up your ass, and he's like, dude, that's gay. And he's like, it's not gay. It's like, man, this is our content. This is the content we're going for. This is really what we're doing is gay stuff. 2016. I don't think anybody's informed Adam Sandler of what year it is and like where society is
Sandler
at.
cares what year it is as long as he's making money, you know?
And you know what? He is. That's the thing. And like as far as this goes, as long as people watch it, which I already know 2 people have, as long as fucking people are watching it, they're, you know, Netflix is happy, you know, and they're gonna keep shoveling money to him.
The crazy thing is, I will watch every single one of these Adam Sandler movies, not because I have to, but out of straight curiosity, and I have to.
Yeah, well, yeah, we have to. I have to, but like, I'm so when this deal was first announced, we vowed we would watch all 4, and like, the thing is it's just because like every time one of them comes out, I get excited because I have this morbid curiosity. Like, what the fuck is Netflix? Like, that 4th one's gonna be like a banger, right? Like, that 4th one's gotta be amazing.
I would think so.
Like, it's gotta be like.
They're saving the Max Landis script for last, I think.
Well, I mean, Max Landis in tangent with Adam Sandler. Oh shit! How bad would that be? Adam Sandler writing with Max Landis.
That's a dream matchup, in my opinion.
Adam Sandler would keep trying to put in jokes, and Max Landis would be like, "Don't put any jokes in."
No jokes.
It's a comedy film. We don't need jokes.
No jokes. More metaphors. What are you doing?
More poorly told metaphors, please. This one's good. I don't know. I like I said, like, it's not good, but like, it's definitely the best Sandler joint we've seen in a while. It reminds
me of like classic Sandler, though.
Yeah, it's more similar to Mr. Deeds or Mr. Deeds or Big Daddy than it is to Grown Ups or Ridiculous Six. Like,
yeah, that's a step in the right direction, at least.
I personally don't think that he'll ever hit his stride again with Happy Gilmore. Yeah. But like, we can do our best to make our way back there. And like, this is optimistic. This does make me optimistic that maybe Adam Sandler is heading back to more that kind of humor, because I don't know if you seen Happy Gilmore, but shit works.
Yeah.
Like, it works, and everything that he's done in the past 10 years hasn't, because it's been like this big, silly, big budget garbage. And I think he knows that at this point. I think he's aware. And yeah, it's like a reform. So hopefully the next movie is a little bit closer, and then that 4th movie will just be
that being said, it's not that good of a movie, but it's certainly I'd say this is one of the most watchable things he's made since, like,
better than the fucking Cobbler. Like,
yeah, way better than the Cobbler.
Fuck. What else? Better than what is better than the Grown-Ups movies, for sure. The point, the reason this movie is good is because the David Spade character is just that. He's a character, and like, they haven't done that in a while. They have been caricature rather than characters, and Adam Sandler hasn't written a character in a while, so it's nice to see that. It's nice to see a character that we can actually kind of like and relate to.
Yeah, that's true.
Although the twist ending was 100% fucking bullshit. There's no denying that. There's no denying that. They try to pull a twist ending on you, although I saw it coming. Did you see it coming?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, but like, they pull a twist ending on you, and it's 100% fucking bullshit. I wouldn't say don't watch this movie. Like, that's why I'm like being very careful not to spoil it. Yeah, I wouldn't say don't watch this movie. Like, if you like Adam Sandler and you like his old movies, like, this isn't gonna be as good, but like, it's a step in the right direction. That's what this movie is. It's really just a step in the right direction.
I totally agree. I completely expected it to be another Ridiculous Six. Like, I've looked at the reviews, and they're all still like as bad as Ridiculous Six, and I don't understand that at all, because
I mean, I get it. Like we said, it's still not a good movie.
Okay, but it's not a fucking half-star fare.
No, this is a 2-star. You know, maybe even if I'm being generous, 2.5. Like,
yeah,
this is pretty decent. I think the big thing here is that Adam Sandler didn't put himself in the lead role. He gave himself the sillier character and then wrote an actual character for somebody with maybe some better acting ability. Yeah. You know, like, that's how I think he needs to be writing from now What is this bitch sitting at on the old Rotten Tomatoes?
The tomato meter?
Yeah, the ye old tomato meter. Also, I can't wait to make you watch Tarzan. That's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna love Tarzan. What are you talking about?
Fucking Christoph Waltz. See, the do-over is at 6%, and that I do not get. That seems low. Also, I will fucking see anything with Catherine Hahn. She's fucking hilarious. Put Catherine Hahn in everything. God damn it. Paula Patton, hey, can't act, but that's fine. Yeah, this is 6%. That's fucking preposterous to me. Like, it's not good, but like 6%. That's just mean. Brain dead, hopeless, annoying. Crap. Wow, that's not even a review. You're not even thinking anymore. John Serba of mlive.com.
Fuck mlive.com. Come on the show, defend yourself, you sons of guns. All right.
John Serba. Somebody tweet John Serba. Been like, we defamed you on our podcast for being dumb as shit. And then he'll look at my reviews and it'll all be like, hey, this movie has witch finger.
Hey, it's got a finger in it.
Yeah, I'd say check out the do-over. If you like Adam Sandler. It's not good, but like it's better. It's better than what he's done. Let's next week. What are we talking about? We got we're gonna be watching. Are we scrapping Allegiant for now?
Yeah, I would think so.
We'll shelve Allegiant for now in favor of watching Pop Star Never Stop, Never Stopping. Then we're gonna watch Batman. What is this Batman called?
Forever.
Batman Forever. This is the one with James Carrey. This is when it gets real fucking bad.
Yeah, so, James.
Fuck up. James, our good buddy James Carrey, friend of the show. Absolutely hates violence in movies, but let's buckle up, see that. Val Kilmer. Yeah, Keaton's gone.
I don't like Val Kilmer in anything I've ever seen him in.
No, he's fucking bad, dude. He's real fucking bad. And he's like front and center here. So buckle up for that. Is this one have Robin in it, or did they not introduce him to the third?
I don't know. I've never seen this one. That's why I'm so excited to watch it.
See, I haven't seen this one in a really long time. I remember Tommy Lee Jones though, and you know, here's the messed up thing, is that they had a different guy in the first two. Batman?
Yeah, black guy.
Yeah, they had the black guy from Star Wars. What's his name? I'm trying to remember. It's like Billy D. Williams. Is that it? Billy D. Williams?
Yep.
Yeah, Billy D. Williams and Harvey Dent. It's like, hey, just get him. Like, I know Tommy Lee Jones was in the Men in Black, and you're real excited, but maybe get the legitimate.
Was
actor.
the Men in Black pre-Batman Forever?
You know what? It might not have been even. It might not have been.
It might have been a couple years later.
Batman Forever was 95, and I think Men in Black was like 97. Now that you mention that, but Tommy Lee Jones, he was famous for something, right? Like at that point, like I've always known him as the guy being in Batman and Men in Black, but like he was like, wasn't he like a big actor before that and did like a bunch of like westerns or something?
Maybe.
Yeah,
could be.
Like, that sounds. Yeah, Men in Black was 97. But Tommy Lee Jones, I mean, yeah, he was in some stuff. He was in some I'm looking at this. He was in Fugitive prior, which is a great
I love
film.
Fugitive.
I fucking love Fugitive. He was in Fugitive, JFK, some stuff like that. And then we're also going to watch new Linklater. What's it called?
Everybody Wants Some, the spiritual sequel to Dazed and Confused, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Everybody Wants Some. I'm excited because, like, I can't say for sure because I haven't watched it yet, but, like, pretty sure I'm going to like it.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of my favorite movies of the year.
Yeah, pretty sure it's going to be up there. Pretty sure I'm going to fucking like it. Everybody Wants Some. I might watch that right now, like, honestly.
Yeah.
Let me fucking watch it right now. So buckle up. Pod coming in 3 days. Just kidding. I'm moving, but like I would like to pod as soon as possible again. But right. Things are gonna get a little bit hectic for the next month. I am moving, and moving is not fun. So yeah, but like we'll try and do some more because like our schedule's been too fucked up lately. We gotta fix some shit.
Yeah,
gotta fix some shit.
We'll figure it out, Chad.
We got too many movies. We gotta talk about Warcraft.
Yeah, well, I don't really want to watch that though. That's the problem.
Well, you gotta.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys next time on the pod. Follow me on Twitter at lastcooldude.
You follow me on Twitter at not Brad, only Reek. Reek is REEK.
Yeah.
And
Like, subscribe, go on to iTunes and rate the podcast. Whatever you guys do.
My Twitter picture is Dwight's cousin Mose. So if you see Dwight's cousin Mose, you're in the right place.
Don't fucking follow Chadley.